Hello, beautiful people. I hope you're all doing well. We have a new week. We have new hair. I did boho braids for the first time. Still getting used to all the hair, to all the volume, but this is really pretty. I have officially entered the last chapter of the book, so that means now more than ever, I need to start working on the book proposal. And if I'm be honest, I have no idea how I'm going to do that. Number two, I want to tap more into my creativity just for fun this week. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine where she asked me something that made me really wonder, that made me really sit back and be like, that's a good point. She was just asking, she was like, Tamazia, what is one thing that you have been working on that is just for yourself? A lot of the things that I am creating, I am putting out there. So I want to make sure that I'm also working on my creativity for myself and not always for the next view, for the next thing to put out there. So this week I have like some fun things that I'll be working on for my own creative self. Everything I have been doing in the last 3 months creatively have been with a purpose, and that just really made me realize I want to go back into tapping into creativity in that way. I can't be the only one that whenever I get my hair done, I need to do my makeup. Because if I don't do my makeup, I don't know if I like the hair. So I've been using this Sephora lip tint for the last like 3 months, and I'm loving it because it literally just dries out, and it's just a nice way to always have my lips outlined without having to use a regular lip liner. So I have been reading regarding book proposals for the last 1 hour, and I took today just to research how to write a book proposal. So a book proposal is, as it says, a proposal regarding your book, but it doesn't only highlight what your book is about, it also highlights why they should sell your book. So it's more on the business side. What's your target audience? What is the message behind your book? And what do you think that the people who read this book would learn or get from you? It gives a little bit of insight when it comes to not also your audience, but the current, publishing world. What does your book offer that other books in the market are not offering? So it's technically a bit of a case study of whatever is it that you are writing. So I'm gonna continue reading how to make a book proposal. I haven't started, but if I'm being honest, I feel a bit overwhelmed. I feel a bit nervous because I have no idea what I'm doing. And I remember that I went to a book workshop sometime this year where they shared so many great insights on why you should even seek for a publishing house or why you should seek for going independent. Girl, you're better than me. It is chit chat time, so let's sit down and talk for a little bit. I'm loving tapping into my creativity more just for fun because there's so much that you can learn from just being creative. You don't have to sell it. You don't have to allow other people to see it, but there's just so much. And let me tell you something. Yesterday, I went to that live drawing workshop, which I just registered. I got an ad on Instagram and I went with a friend of mine. I thought there would be like a little bit more of guidance, and as I walk into the room, there's literally a naked woman. And I was like, oh, this is exactly like, I don't know, old school painting. I was like, okay, cool. Only that everyone in the room was drawing like a Picasso, and I felt like I was, what am I doing? But at the end of the activity, because it was from 6:30 to 8:30, I felt so happy because I had no idea what I was doing, and I just let myself be, and I just let my brain try to be creative. Not only it was amazing because it was not my area of expertise. I love writing and my brain just flows naturally on that way. But drawing, girl, drawing is not my area. So it felt really nice to just be there. And I think that even though that was drawing, I think this applies also to life, that sometimes we are trying to control things so much that we don't allow ourselves to just be, to come up with something, to be creative. So even though my drawings still not be perfect, but I could see that my drawings turning better from my perspective by each time I kept trying, because the first, the second, and the third drawing, I'm trying to be perfect. I'm trying to do something that I'm not good at, but I'm trying to be perfect. And as I was like, you know what? Let me just be in the moment. And as I was just like watching the shape of her body, and then I was just like letting myself be, I was like, you know what? I could play around with this. And I do want to watch more YouTube videos and just let myself be and play around. I want people to get hobbies for the sake of not trying to be perfect, because we already have to control so many things in our lives. And why is it that when we go to take a dance class, when we go to take a drawing class, the first thing we want to be is good at it? But you know, becoming good is the end result. You first have to let yourself be. You have to allow yourself to be in the moment and to understand this is something new. The main goal is not to be perfect. The main goal is to experience. So for that reason, I think we all should be trying new things. There's so much that we can take from it. How we need to let go our guard when it comes to something that we're not familiar with, when it comes to something that we don't know. And I believe that there's a beauty in humbling yourself in the process of learning. Before I do leave, I wanted to share this book that I got yesterday at the place where I took the drawing class. They had all these books laying around, and this is outlined by Rachel Cusk. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And the main reason why I got this book is simply because it's been all over my Pinterest and all over my TikTok, and I love when an artist works, it has a specific design, because then it's easy for you to distinguish the artist's work. So that got my attention, and I have a trip coming up, so I thought this is a pretty short book. What are we looking at, Vienna?
How much?
And stuff. And
That's make her crazy.
wow, you went up.
We are into the second creative activity of the week. A friend of mine recommended this independent publisher here in Portland, Oregon. So I'm gonna just go there, sit down, and try to have some fun. I'm trying to figure out how to page the things regarding the zine I am just creatively having fun with, and I'm just so confused. So I'm just gonna go there. It's like a independent publishing house. You can go there, you can use their computer, you can use their printers, and it's for a discounted price. And this has to be one thing that I am coming to realize that I'm loving here in Portland, is that there's so many independent / nonprofit resources for artists and creatives to use at a discounted rate. And I think it's just so amazing, because whenever you're doing any kind of creative process, there's so much guidance, and things are expensive. So it's kind of cool that I can just like have fun with this for a pretty discounted price. I'm gonna be there for probably 2 hours just having fun. I'm hoping that I can print something out. And after that, I am going to this design library that opened as well. I don't know, I'm trying to consume things and let myself be. And I just love, getting my eyes into these little things and let myself consume. So yeah, if you can tell, I'm loving these braids.
I think because this is like thicker paper, they made, yeah.
Today is a graphic design, or just a design study day, because I learned a lot of PRC too.
Nice. So this will be the front cover, this will be the back cover. Put that on.
In this life of mine, where the slow moments always feel like an opportunity to return to myself, an opportunity to let myself be and relax, at least here, I'm able to say, I am enough, this is enough, along with the moments of creativity where I can fully bloom and I can fully see myself in the things that I decide to create, in the things that I decide to see myself through. Creativity, moments of stillness are the things that I always fall back to, because these are the things that always remind me who I am and the things I'm capable of. In this life of mine, while being a dear Black girl, I will always prioritize joy, because in moments of joy, I am always reminded that happiness is affordable at any moment.